Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Tainted Grail follow Avalon. We have returned. We have just slept through the night in a very precarious situation, a very precarious place. And I see up ahead there are some baddies. Now we are out of arrows. We're not out of magic. We are making our way towards the shadow of the horns, or the horns to the south. So I believe the safety of our own sake, we should... who am I kidding? Let's go fight. Now, with magic like this, you can quite easily enjoy the bleed effect, which, as you can see, is quite efficient. With throwing knives, I've never really used them much. I believe
I'll have your head on a pike.
they should be easy to use. They seem easy. Oh, but they require me to sheath my weapon. Very good.
You fight like a milkmaid. I
that was
will
close.
bleed you.
Ah, we got executed. Yes! That was way closer than expected from a couple of low-life bandits. We are not... Drake the Ranger is not particularly strong yet. Seeing as we're not even focusing on strength or dex yet, focusing on crafting, probably gonna remain weak for some time. But that's okay. We like the challenge. Speaking of challenge, I know that there's a man up here who is an absolute pain in the butt to fight, and I will endeavor not to fight him yet. I'm really not good at this game. Alright. Come on, hit me. Nice. Now we head west. We have leveled up, so we're gonna find a campfire to rest at. Don't think there was anyone here. Nope. So we'll just head westward. Kill some deer along the way. Get the leather. We need the leather to make our weapons and armor. I never learned what that is, but I don't remember it having fire. Like this blaze at the time.
You fight like a milkmaid.
You missed. I missed too, but that's fine. We don't think about that.
You fight like a milkmaid.
Ooh! We can get a couple more, a little bit more XP before we head into the next area.
Your wealth is ours. I will
Oh.
bleed you. Your gold belongs to us now. I'll have your head on a pike. Your road ends here.
We'll just keep moving. Push him. Give him a bit of a
I'm
swing.
not beaten yet.
I hit what you can't see, boy.
You're only making me angry.
I am so dead. I'm not dead. Right, the ranger does not fall.
Your
bandits.
gold belongs to us now.
He wins. Oh, he fights. And victory is his. Right. We definitely need to level up some strength or dexterity. I do believe, because we are doing the two-handed, I do believe we should do strength first. The axe could be very fun. 200 axe. We'll see. We'll see what we go for. Now, the Horns of the South has many things to offer. So let's get into it. Hello? Get up, soldier! The enemy's coming!
Whoa, what's happening? In the name of the old mother, what are you doing? I could have stabbed you. Wait, I haven't seen you before.
You couldn't. You're so drunk you can barely hold your sword.
Not. I'm not. I could have sliced you up like a fish? No. Like a potato. But I didn't, did I?
No, more like I could have stabbed you, and I didn't.
Alright, true. Why didn't you, eh? You could have killed me. So you're not one of them bandits, then? Who are you, huh?
Here, I have this pin. I was told I'd find a safe haven here in the hole.
This pin. I can't say I see it very clearly at this present moment, but it does look important. Very official. But I remember Fergus said something about all this, these emblems once. Oh, yes, I remember now. I welcome thee, ye, royal person, on behalf of the keepers. You are
don't
a
hurt
great
yourself.
friend to our home. Welcome. Please, speak with Fergus. He's our quartermaster. He runs things around here in the captain's absence. He'll greet thee properly. Have a pleasant rest of the day. Open it up, boys!
Thank you, old Gran. I know he's back to sleep. Right. Shopkeeper or lathe?
Oh, mother's tits. I've just about had it with this bunch of repressed virgins. And who might you be? You don't look like one of them.
You seem angry.
Oh, do I now? You would be too if you had to deal with those sniveling morons when they're up to something. Don't look at me like that. You don't get as far in life as I have if you can't smell bullshit from a mile away. There's something fishy going on here. But I'll get to the bottom of it. And here's a brilliant idea. You're going to help me.
Am I? Right, but not for free.
Straight to the point, huh? Don't worry, I'll pay you. And who knows, you might even get a discount on my wares.
Excellent. What do you need?
I just need you to go to Brandon and find out why that slime ball is pretending not to know I'm here. Tell him I'm waiting with his delivery. Although I'm pretty sure he knows this already.
Who's Brendan?
You don't know? He's the captain of this entire circus. I thought since they let you in, you must have an in with him. But it turns out you know even less than I do. There's something going on, you know? They don't want anybody to know, but I can feel it. I've been doing business with the captain for years now. Then suddenly I found myself stuck here. They won't let me further in, not even to set up camp in the village. But they won't let me out either. Anyway, good luck to you. Come and visit if you need anything.
Right, maybe there's something else I can help you with.
You do realize you won't score any points with the Keepers by helping me, right? Those holier-than-thou soldier boys have no idea what it takes to be a merchant in this sorry world. The things we have to do sometimes aren't exactly done according to the rulebook.
Drake the Ranger is a mercenary. Sure. I don't care, as long as I'm getting paid.
All right. A woman named Ness has my cargo and I need it back. I don't know where she is, but starting the search near the Arkspire seems like a good idea. And yes, you'll get paid. Just bring me the wares.
Very well. Who are you?
Name's Orla. I'm a merchant. Or I try to be, when my business isn't being held hostage by a bunch of idiots who seem to be terrified of women. What was I thinking when I decided to leave Timberwall? Should have stayed there.
Tell me about Timberwall.
You've never been to the merchant capital? Well, you didn't miss much. Yes, it's rich and extravagant, but only if you're rich and extravagant too. Other than that, it's a place like any other. The same pain and misery hiding behind gilded walls. It's not as exciting as people think. Or, well, maybe it is if you like living with a bunch of backstabbing crooks. Yeah, now I remember what I was thinking when I left that place.
Let's see. Are you on your way back home?
I have no home in Timberwall. Well, we have an estate, but it hasn't felt like home for a long time. I feel like every time I go back, I recognize it less and less. The people are getting greedier and more desperate by the day. Business is slow, I'm not gonna lie. With the weirdness creeping in from the north and bandits everywhere, trade's just not as profitable as it used to be. But, I don't know. Being a merchant from Timberwall used to mean craftiness, taking risks, looking for opportunities. Now, they only care about keeping their heads down and preserving their fortunes.
Sounds like a collapsing economy. So there's a story behind the backstabbing crooks?
Not really. It's more of a requirement if you ever want to be successful in Timberwall. My family is full of them.
Okay. You must have some stories from your time on the road.
Oh, love, plenty. And almost none of them happy. I'll never forget the first time we stumbled upon a place after a cloud of the weirdness oozed through. It was a small settlement, just a few houses. There was this odd, bitter taste in the air. The place was completely abandoned. Or so we thought, until we started finding them, one by one. A man who tried to chop off his legs after they started sprouting antlers. Another one who gouged his eyes out so he wouldn't have to look at his child melting into the floor. A woman in the farthest corner of the settlement managed to stab herself in the heart before it got to her. I almost dropped it all and ran back to Timberwall that day. I'm still not sure why I didn't. I guess giving up just isn't in my nature.
Hey. Thank you for all that information. We'll start by selling some items now. We'll keep the torch. Yeah, wood cutting out, fishing rod. Let's sell the battle axe. We'll come back to that later if we need it. Looter's mask. Increase quick transport. I don't need it. Don't need nothing. We'll make our own equipment. It will be better than anything else. Shoes of the waning moon. Not really going for the magic build. Put in storage. Alright. Oh,
You're back.
now remember, she has some very interesting items. Spyglass. Also just look down ahead. You have a shovel. Sketchbook. Excellent. I don't know if that does something, but we can use it. That should be it. Okay. Oh,
Lux of.
oh. There we are. Fantastic. Oh. I didn't mean to. Bounty, the head of Silencilia. Head of Silencilia, last seen north of the sunken village. Notable feature, often wearing a black hood and wielding dual daggers. Dangerous assassin known by the name Silencilia. Cilia the Spectre. Sil, Shade, Sylvia Sinclair, and Saffron Sheborn. Wanted for multiple murders, robbery, and theft. Cillian Camelos represented. Wanted head of Senan the Giant. Wanted head of Senan the Giant. Last seen in an abandoned village near the King's Road. Notable features: admirable size. The bandit known as Senan the Giant is wanted for murder and robbery. Extremely strong and dangerous. Do not approach alone. Be cautious of his two-handed sword. Cillian Camels represented. Bounty, the head of Fingerless Colm. Wanted the head of Fingerless Colm. Last seen near the East Gate. Notable features: missing finger on the left hand. Fingerless Colm is wanted for countless crimes against the people of Camelot, including treason, murder, and robbery. It is a group of outlaws known as Colm's Dozen. Cillian Camelot's representative. Bounty, the head of Rusty Ardgal. Onto the head of Rusty Ardgal. Last seen, collapsed bridge along the King's Road. Notable features: red hair. The infamous bandit Rusty Ardgal, also known as Crimson Ardgal, is wanted for crimes against Camelot. His list of offences include murder, robbery, extortion, and desecration of holy sites. Commands a group of equally vile outlaws. Cillian Camels represented. I assume this. Yes, this is. Cillian.
Welcome! In the name of our eternally reigning Majesty King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Tables. I am obliged to inform you that fighting those who actively break the law and reject the rule of the crown is the duty and pride of every subject. As Camelot's representative, I will be paying a bounty of 10 gold pieces for the death of each bandit roving the area, as long as adequate proof is provided. I also recommend checking the bounty board for information on wanted criminals, especially those considered particularly dangerous. Please, state your business.
Okay. You're a representative for
That's
Camelot?
correct. My name is Killian. I was sent here from the capital to see how the Horns of the South are handling the bandit problem, and also to encourage the keepers to fight.
If Camelot knows about bandits, why didn't they send the army?
The situation with the Pict and Del Rita savages is precarious. Too bad we can't get rid of them as easily as we did with the Druids. There have also been rumors that we might soon have a civil war on our hands, so Camelot cannot afford to spread our forces too thin.
Tell me about the situation with the tribes. A civil war?
I don't really have much more to tell. It's hard to get any updates here. I only know that the new Lancelot has not been very popular, and that's putting it mildly. The Witch Morgaine would have been burnt at the stake long ago if everyone weren't so afraid of her. And then we have the commoners who seem to keep forgetting their place, and loudly demanding changes. Everything is falling apart.
Tell me about the situation with the tribes.
There are rumors that the Rita tribes want to unite, and that would mean open war with Camelot. As for those Pict savages, they've been growing bold, leaving their forest. For now, it's just been small scrimmages. But who knows how it would end.
happened with druids?
Well, you've probably heard about the druids making human sacrifices by stuffing people into wicker puppets and setting them on fire. Well, the people decided to give them a taste of their own medicine. They rounded them all up and then sent them up in smoke. Oh, how they must have howled and sizzled. Too bad I couldn't see it.
You're a strange one. They were killed because they were making human sacrifices?
Yep, made human sacrifices, prayed to the dark gods, brought the weirdness back. Bunch of bastards. Good thing they're worm food now.
Were all the druids killed?
Most of them. The survivors have supposedly taken refuge with savages in the woods, and one of them is rumored to be hiding in the Horns area. But whether that was before or after the Charred Conclave, I don't know. Would you like to hear about him?
Tell me.
His name was Slaudyarg. He was lurking near Blood Lake, a small pond where they used to throw the bodies of executed convicts. They say he would fish them out and use his magic to turn them into undead monsters. Supposedly, he started needing some fresher corpses, so he slaughtered one of the keepers. The Horns organized a manhunt. They found him and sentenced him to death. People say that the moment his body touched the surface of Blood Lake, the water turned red and it's been scarlet since that day. Some say that Slaudyarg came back from the dead and seeks revenge. But if you ask me, it's just a tale by local simpletons.
Okay, thank you. How many people many people been claiming the bounties?
None so far. The keepers don't want to risk being turned into pincushions for a mere 10 gold pieces. Besides, the captain banned them from leaving the Horns of the South without a good reason. Too many bandits and not enough keepers.
Okay. I must boring for you.
Oh, you have no idea. When I heard they were sending me south, to the very place that's crawling with bandits and barbarians from the tribes, I imagine I'd be a little closer to the action, you know? Fighting, gushing blood, screams and such like. I thought the veterans would be showing me their scars and stumps and telling me tales of how they lost their eyes, ears and limbs. Or even better, how they were ripping open throats and bellies. Instead, the only stories I hear are when those fools break their own legs when they get drunk and fall off the walls.
You like hearing about fighting so much, why aren't you a
Oh,
warrior?
I could be, but many people can swing a sword, but only a few have as sharp and bright a mind as I do. It's just that some people were made for fighting, while others are destined for greater things. Besides, watching and listening gives me enough satisfaction without needing to risk my life.
Blood, scars, stumps, those are your fantasies?
Yeah, I've been like this since I was a child. The moment an execution is over, I'm waiting for the next one. And there are quite a lot of them in Camelot. And I like to watch where Mum punished the servants with a whipping. It's just how I am.
Right. What if nobody claims bandits and the bandits
Well,
roam
Camelot
freely?
would send a group of knights with Sir Galahad at the head, and he's not interested in half measures. He'd probably burn down half the garrison, or hang them. He's done both. By the way, did you know that people who are hanged rarely die from strangulation? Usually the sudden jolt causes the backbone to snap, which separates the head from the body. A while ago, I saw someone hanged in the village, and it's true. One snap, and it's done.
Sir Galahad sounds like a force to be reckoned with.
No matter what you say about him, he's very efficient. Brutal, even by my standards, but efficient.
Excellent. The fact about hanging was quite interesting. Do you have any other...
Oh,
instances
sure,
of this?
plenty. Did you know that apparently if you cut off someone's head, they don't die straight away, but remain conscious for a few moments?
Interesting. Nothing
If
else?
someone dies in a damp, closed-off space, sometimes, but very rarely, their body creates a thin layer of wax on the surface of the skin.
Really? Do you have anything else?
I heard that a body decomposes in water 4 times faster than on land.
That's it. Anything
I
else?
need to think. If I remember anything, I'll let you know.
I like to collect reward for bandits.
Really? You fought bandits and killed them? Oh, I want to hear all the details. Here's your reward, but promise you'll tell me everything.
Very well.
Again? You really...
How many? Yeah.
Oh, hey,
sorry.
if you're seeking scum to slay, you'll find bandits in the ruins of a merchant settlement nearby. It's worth visiting if you haven't already.
Excellent. Oh, didn't mean to. I just shot the weapon. Hello, sir.
Oh, a new face. It's always nice to see someone new here. Welcome, welcome. Why didn't I notice you earlier?
You're asking. You seem distracted.
Yes, my apologies. Ever since breakfast today, I've been sort of lost in thought. I keep thinking of my dear mother's cooking, especially her famous pie. You see, all we got here is venison and fish. Venison, then fish. And then fish, fish, and more fish. I could live with all the
boring.
bullshit that's thrown at us soldiers. But the longer I live, the more I realize there's not much to live for, except food. And I'd kill for a slice of that pie.
You just make it yourself.
As if it were that easy. I ain't much of a cook. And Rorik, the one we have here, well, he says we're soldiers, so we can stick our complaints up our asses.
I could try if you remember the recipe.
Really? Sure, I remember it well. Here you go.
Alright, mom's pie. Restores 15 health over 10 seconds. That's terrible. That's really terrible.
Hope nothing bad happens today.
Hope nothing bad happens today either. Wood cutting. We can gather wood. Wood is very useful.
Are you trying to sneak past me?
I don't know what he was on about. Excellent. Wait, where did he go? Hello, Keeper Sigibald.
Good to see you again. The pledge today was very interesting, wasn't it? The certainty in Quartermaster Aimer's voice. Beautiful. Makes one eager to start work.
Don't think it'd be Matt. Good to see you too. Maybe
So,
he knows me.
What do you need this time? The pass again? Are we planning a trip to the Stale Lamb? Hey, not this time, my friend. I've run out of ink. I'm waiting for a delivery. Steward Orla will let me know when more arrives. In the meantime, I need to ask you for a favor. So, you in? For the sake of our long friendship?
Okay, Stuart Orley. I'm pretty sure she doesn't hold that position here. Stale lamb, what are you talking about?
I guess you still haven't sobered up, huh? The Stale Lamb. You know, the tavern in the village below the keep. It's run by Ron. Truly a great place. I hope they're not planning to close it down. Oh, they wouldn't do that, right?
Stuart Orlaith? I'm pretty sure she doesn't hold that position. here.
Orla.
Orla. Right.
I'm sure I'm not mistaken. Anyway, about that favor I asked of you.
Pass. What pass?
Just as we agreed. I appreciate that you remember. Holding one's tongue is the key to success. Keep it up.
Sure. What do you need,
You
pal?
do know it needs to stay between us. Do you understand? Say you understand.
I understand.
Fantastic. So, here's the thing. On a recent night out at Ron's, it seems I may have left some sensitive documents at the bar. Documents, with Captain Fergus' seal.
Oh
But
no.
not necessarily sealed by him. You know what I mean. I can't really go there right now. Could you get them back for me? I'm sure it won't be too much of a problem.
Sure, I'll do it.
Splendid. When you have the documents, meet me at the third crowing of the rooster. Or just find me. I'll be around.
Sure thing.
You need
What do you? Do
something.
you have anything?
You all right, newbie? Have you been to see the refugees? I can't believe poor Cole was put in a cage.
No, I haven't. Who's called?
Hey, what a mess.
Cole came to us with a group of refugees from some nearby villages. They were looking for shelter from, well, everything that's been happening here. Bandits, the weirdness, the Del Reader, hunger. I was happy Fergus let them in and allowed them to stay. You'll meet them in the village. They live in the buildings up high. Not long ago, though, Cole started acting very strange, erratic, sometimes even aggressive. One of our keepers, old Mahon, tried to calm him down. He might have used too much force, and Cole felt compelled to defend himself. He bit old Mahon. And since then, the old fool has been lying in the infirmary. Frankly, I think Mahon brought it on himself. They shouldn't have put that poor man in a cage. Wait, if you ever meet Patrice, please give her those flowers. I know it's not much, but I'd like her to know she's not alone. I support her and the other refugees. And I'm sure there are more of us who do.
Alright. We will take the bouquet to her. But before we continue any further, there is a blacksmith that requires our attention.
I like it when things are quiet.
Hello, blacksmith.
Boy,
Osprey.
friend, a question. Do you know why people always stop and watch a blacksmith at work? Because he's riveting. It's good to see a new face in this sad hole. Oh, of course, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Osbert, local master of hammers and anvils. Do you need your blade sharpened?
Terrible joke, Osbert, but you don't get many visitors?
Oh, not really. Especially since we went into a lockdown a while ago. People used to come and go. Now and then a ship would make a stop at the village below, but nobody's really come around since. Well, since the entire shit show that's going down everywhere. Now that I think of it, you're the first they've let in. What'd you do? Who did you bribe?
I have this pin.
Oh, so you have friends in Camelot. Good for you.
You recognize it?
Of course I do. Those pins are peak craftsmanship, and very rare at that. We only gave them out on Camelot's orders. But when I look at you, well, it's pretty obvious you wouldn't be able to beat a knight. And even if you found one already dead, you'd sooner nick his armor than a pin you knew nothing about. Either way, good for you.
You mentioned you're on lockdown?
Yeah. After we lost 2 squads trying to take back the All-Mother's Temple from the Dalrita, our captain decided that nobody leaves the Horns. Then he shut himself in his office, without leaving us any orders. Fergus is trying to keep the lads occupied, but... just look around. Half of the people here are losing their minds, and the rest are losing their wages on drink.
You said there is a shit show going down everywhere. What do you mean?
Sometimes I wonder, how many things can go wrong at the same time. They say that misery loves company, but here... it's like we've done something to anger the gods, and they're taking their sweet revenge. First, we started hearing that the weirdness was spreading near Grubwood. Soon after that, we saw waves of bandits approaching from there. Desperate people. They took a lot of our territory. Then, the Dalrita tribes took over the All-Mother's Temple. And after that, the supply chains from Camelot collapsed for some reason. And so on and so forth. We're in quite a pickle, my friend. We've started betting on what's going to happen next. Sea monsters? Who knows?
Well, I was attacked by a sea monster, so it's not really that far-fetched. The weirdness started spreading near Grubwood?
Yes. That damn forest north of here was already cursed and creepy. But now, I've heard it's an entirely different level of crazy. They say that some men here started going dark up north. With that, the weirdness started moving. And when the weirdness gets here, well, we're fucked. But you know that. Every child has heard the stories.
The Dal Riata took over their All Mother's temple.
That's... I don't know. It's hard to explain. They kept to themselves, perched in the mountains near the Forlorn Swords. Then something happened, and suddenly we saw ships arriving near our eastern shores. Couple days later, the tribes took over. One good thing is that the bandits aren't up to fighting with them. One bad thing, we aren't either.
I just arrived here. Tell me more about those
Truth
bandits.
be told, most of them are just people desperate to survive. When the villages started dying out because of the weirdness, hunger, or raids, they lost their livelihoods, ended up with nothing to their names, and nowhere to go. So they banded together and started raiding whatever was left. Then they turned to killing each other. They're like rabid wolves. Too bad they're here now too.
Anything positive going on around here?
I heard that dew fell down the stairs and didn't break a single bone. So that's a start. Other than that, no, I can't think of anything.
Do you have any work for me?
Friend, I wish. But the only task I could use help with might be a bit too delicate for you to handle. Unless you're a master goldsmith, then feel free to prove it, and I'll have work for you immediately. There's just not enough of them to go around. And now that we're on lockdown, there's not much demand for my services either.
There must be something I can help you
Listen,
out with.
I said I don't have any jobs, as in things I'd pay you for doing. That doesn't mean I can't teach you a thing or two. If you're willing to learn, that is.
Sure, teach me.
Since you're free to wander about while I'm stuck in the keep, maybe we can make good use of that. You've probably bashed in the skull of a beast or two, right? The alchemists. They're likely snatching up the corpses, using the muck to cook their weird concoctions. But perhaps you'd rather craft yourself some armor from those hides, huh? We should start with something simple. Let's see. I'll give you some notes on how to make armor. You gather the materials and get to work. And when you're done, you can bring it over so I can see what you've made.
That's good. Thank you. But before we move on, let's see. You have some books I would like to purchase. Yes. The Art of Making Arrows. Yoink. How to forge iron without making a fool of yourself. Iron dong spear. Iron spear. How to forge iron without making a fool of yourself. Volume 1. Adventure of the Swan Knight. Yeah, we're gonna buy all of it. Claymore requires 7 strength. Battle axe requires 4 strength. Iron spear, strength and dexterity. A knife. Alright, we'll see. First, we will read Letter from a Shady Merchant. Pay attention, you morons, because my patience is running thin. I need a hanged man's noose, an ogre's right toe, and a couple of drowned tongues. Trust me, I can tell the difference between a drowned tongue and a dead horse tongue, because I, unlike you, am not a complete idiot. If you try to swindle me one more time, our deal is over, and stop asking for money up front. You bring me the goods, you get the money. That's it, end of story. P.S. You can bring me the hanged man's tongue, though. Might be useful. Okay. Here we go. Adventure of the Swan Knight. 77. The Swan Knight stirs, consciousness returning as he surveys the grim scene. His loyal steed lies lifeless nearby, its golden mane matted with blood, eyes wide and empty. Rising to his feet, the knight declares, "My steed is fallen, my shield shattered, and my armor torn. Yet, as long as my sword can be raised, I shall not falter." 78. A blood-curdling, inhumane war cry pierces the forest. The sound chills the air, testing even the bravest heart. The Picts, thinks the sworn knight. They've found me. From the shadows, the savages charge, their spears poised to strike. The knights stand firm, unyielding, ready to face them. Stand tonight. The first Pict lunges, spear aimed at the knight's heart. He deflects the blow with his blade and strikes true, felling his foe instantly. The second impales through the chest and lung, the blade emerging crimsons from the savage's breast. The third hides behind a wooden shield, but a mighty swing shatters it, splits the warrior's skull, ending the skirmish in a shower of splinters and blood. Okay. The Art of Making Arrows, Volume 1. Author, Athilherd Bowman 5. It's absurd, but the Guild of Journeymen insists I write this for their systemized knowledge. Arrows are made, not written about. Still, here it is. The grand textbook on wooden and iron arrows. Since I'm wasting my time with parchment, let me stress the importance of proper fletching. Correctly sized feathers increase speed, reduce air resistance, and boost penetration, which is essential for a deadlier shot. Heavier arrows require more abundant fletching. Take it from me, turkey feathers are perfect for any arrow type. How to forge iron without making a fool of yourselves. Volume 1. Author, Big Orm. An axe is an axe, and a war axe is a war axe. Don't go mixing them up. One's for wood, the other for people. An axe needs to cut clean, so the grain doesn't split the wrong way. A war axe needs to hit hard, sink under the ribs, and not get stuck in the first bit of chainmail it meets. How do you make one? You need good steel, the kind that won't crack from a weak swing. Shape it under the hammer, temper it in fire, and fix it tight to the handle, because what good is a blade if it flies out of your hands? An axe should be light enough that your arm doesn't tire. A war axe, on the other hand, needs weight. It's the heft that does the work. If you can't forge a sharp edge yet, start with a mace. No need to worry about cutting angles, hardening or sharpening. A mace is just a solid chunk of iron. Just make sure the weight is balanced so it doesn't pull to one side. Okay. Also, How to Forge Iron Without Making a Fool of Yourself, Volume 2. Author, Big Orm. A spear seems like a simple thing, a stick with a point on the end. But if you think all it takes is strapping a bit of iron to a pole, you got no business being a smith. Spearhead does all the work, so it needs to be forged right. Too thin and it'll bend on the first hit. Too thick and it won't pierce where it's needed to. Temper it wrong and it'll either snap or go blunt. Shape matters too. A broad head cuts better, a narrow one drives deeper. Some even have barbs to make pulling them out harder, but that's a lesson for later. And if you're thinking of making shields, learn to forge the fittings first. The iron that keeps the wood from falling apart, just don't go overboard. Make the metal too heavy and the warrior won't need an enemy, he'll be fighting his own shield. Alright. We have learned several new recipes. Grindstone, handcraft, armor, leather gauntlets, leather boots, leather pants, leather hood. Oh, we need a lot of leather. How do I make leather? Can I make leather? I can! Okay. Retard, wooden arrow, lockpick, leather jacket, weak leather jacket. Oh, we'll start with leather armor. We need 2, 2. Let's just buy as much leather as we can. Thank you, sir. Weak leather jacket. Leather jacket. 4. Requires 18 though. Ah! Good. Good. Leather hood. +1. Only 1. Leather pants. Will do what we need. Leather gauntlets. What's the difference? Gloves, leather gauntlets. We'll do gauntlets. Big leather gauntlets. And leather boots. Excellent. As said, the challenge here is to... Oh, we don't even have the stats to use it yet. Alright, well, we're gonna stick to this then for now. 3 strength, 3 dexterity, 3 endurance. That's what we are requiring. I think we'll start with the strength. Level up. Now, practicality. You can craft arrows at campsites. That is going to be useful. And we're going to make quite a few arrows before we head back out. There's quite a lot of things to do, preparation-wise. Wooden arrow, iron arrow, copper arrow. Makes some of these. This one's... It's better to just make the one, I suppose. Nice. And I think we'll make some arrows too. There we go. Yeah, we'll start with using the wooden arrows and we'll go over to the iron and copper after.
I like it when things are quiet.
Ooh. I almost stole something. Character Ranger may be many things, but a thief he is not yet. Let's drop. What will we drop? Short bow for now. Drop this. Drop the leather armor that we made. Storage. Unfortunately, we haven't used it yet. More craftable materials. Excellent. Hello,
if you're here to see
Lizzo.
the healer, don't bother. He's a quack and a butcher who likes to watch people suffer.
That's a serious accusation. Why do you say that?
I came to him with a toothache, asked him to make me something for the pain, and you know what he did? He said my tooth is rotten, and then sent me to Osprey to get it pulled out.
Sounds painful. I wouldn't want that either.
That, and I wouldn't trust him anywhere near my mouth. Don't get me wrong, Osprey's a decent blacksmith, but he's no good with teeth. With one lad, it took him 3 tries before he got the right one. I'll stick to my grandma's potion for toothache. Or I would, if Heber would stop being such a dick and make it for me.
Why can't you make it yourself?
Heber took the recipe from me. And even if I had the recipe, I'm no good at mixing that stuff.
Said if I don't know how to make it, I shouldn't have it. And that he doesn't want some questionable homebrew medicine spreading through the keep.
Sure, I'll talk to him
You
for you.
will? Oh, you're a lifesaver. Tooth saver, yeah? No matter.
Okay, I guess I will have a chat with the alchemist. John's quarters. Stealing. Hello. John Herber.
Oh, sorry. Do I know you? I'm terrible with faces. Either way, glad to make your acquaintance. I'm Jan Heber, a physician raised in Camelot and trained in the Royal Academy.
Do you have the Red Death? There's a keeper with toothache, complaining that you don't want to help him.
Lanzo knows very well what he must do. I'm sorry, but there's nothing else I can do for him. Either he removes the tooth, or it will keep hurting.
He said something about a remedy?
Yes, his grandma's miracle medicine. I honestly don't have time for village superstitions. I had to confiscate the recipe as well, lest he tries making it himself. As if I don't have enough problems already.
Could I have the recipe?
No, I thought I made myself clear. If you want an excuse to drink yourself to oblivion on moonshine, just drink the moonshine. No need to add other potentially dangerous ingredients.
Okay, potentially dangerous ingredients. Like what?
Well, to be fair, the base recipe is pretty harmless. But what if someone decides that if they don't have carnation, it's perfectly fine to substitute it with devil's snare, since the color is more or less the same? Or sage with wolfsbane, because, you know, leaves are leaves. I'm sorry, but unfortunately I know these people well enough not to trust them with something like this.
So if I combine moonshine, carnation, and sage, I'll get the remedy?
What? How do you... You know what? Fine. Do whatever you want. But if it causes you to shit yourself for 3 days straight, don't come running to me.
The recipe you were whispering about.
Is some local witchcraft I've been trying to make sense of. I guess I'll find out when I try it.
Try it on yourself?
Experience is the best teacher. Don't worry, I'm not testing anything on the others. Graham the Mad, a great Camelotian physician, used to say that a real doctor would never give his patients something he hadn't tried on himself first. A wise approach, which I follow myself.
Isn't that dangerous? Graham the Mad. Don't you see the irony?
What irony?
Isn't that dangerous?
The pursuit of knowledge is always dangerous. That's why it's reserved for only the bravest of the brave. It takes true guts to face the unknown, to realize just how little you know, and how insignificant you are to the world.
You could try it on me.
Oh, that was unexpected. Yeah, take it. What will happen, I have no idea. But please, tell me, if you live to find out.
Thanks, we'll herbs elixir. We'll try it out. So you're not a fan of local remedies?
I was classically trained in the proper art of medicine by the scholars of Camelot. The things they do here, they make no sense. No sense at all. Most of this stuff shouldn't even be effective. Yet it seems to work wonders on these simple-minded, tough-bodied people here in the South.
So why do you even study this
Shipments
stuff?
from Camelot are late, so I'm running low on supplies. If I'm not able to treat them, they'll start complaining. And Fergus doesn't like when people complain, especially when it comes to their health. He truly cares about them, I've got to admit. He doesn't care much about anyone else, though.
You look like you're in dire need of sleep.
I don't dream about anything anymore, so sleep feels like a waste of precious time. Fortunately, back in Camelot, I found a mix of remedies that can keep me awake for a whole week. It was quite popular in our study group.
Care to share the recipe?
Oh no, every physician needs his secrets. But I can sell you some if you promise not to tell any of the higher-ups.
Why wouldn't you want the leadership to
There
know?
are side effects. You won't fall asleep for a while, but the moment you do, well, you'll feel like you died and came back to life, only to die again. So you either take the next dose, or endure it. I can endure it because I don't have a post to attend to. But our brave soldiers, well, that'd be risky.
And if I do tell someone?
Well, they already trust my word, and I'll be sure to deny everything. Moreover, I'm in the position to raise my prices, or to refuse to sell you medicine, whichever suits my mood. I'm honestly quite offended you're even asking.
Fair enough. Well then, let's see. What exactly are you doing
Healing
here?
diseases, sometimes cutting people open. Oh, and pulling out teeth seems to be a leading cause of concern for everyone around here. Me pulling teeth in the arse end of the world? My friends back in Camelot would laugh their brains out.
Is there anything I can help you
Why
with?
would you, though? Don't you have better things to do?
I'm trying to get in the quartermaster's good
Aha,
books.
got it. So you're up for work not out of the goodness of your heart, but for your own selfish plans.
That's a good summary. Doesn't everyone have an agenda? No, I'm up for work if it pays well. Doesn't everyone have an agenda?
Good point. That is a very good point. But all right, if you're a mercenary, then I do have a job for someone who'd be willing to risk their life in exchange for material goods.
Just tell me what needs to be done. I need more details.
Back at the academy, I found an ancient scroll written by the Druids. Forbidden knowledge, especially now after the mob forced them all into a wicker man and burned every last one of them to ash. I finally deciphered it a little while ago. It describes a ritual that needs to be performed at night within a stone circle. And guess what? There's one in the nearby forest. I guess you already know what I need you to do, hmm?
What is the purpose of this ritual?
That is an excellent question. But I don't know. From what I've been able to decipher, it's a summoning spell to bring something or someone to our world. That being will share its great knowledge with the one brave enough to summon it. I need you to remember what it says and repeat it to me after you're back, word for word.
Why can't you go yourself?
Isn't it obvious? I'm the only medic they have here at the Horns. I'd like to see Fergus's face if he hears about me going out there.
A mob burned all the druids in a wicker man.
And here I am, thinking that everyone's already heard about the Charred Conclave. Well, it wasn't the proudest moment in our history, that's for sure. You truly don't know. At some point, the villagers all around the island decided that the Druids were responsible for the Red Death, and all other ailments of our times. They rounded them all up in a massive wicker man north of the Forlorn Swords, and burned them all to ashes. Hundreds of years of knowledge gone within the blink of an eye. But, well, that's what's bound to happen when you stop paying for people's education and invest in keeping the elites fed instead.
Alright, let's do it. Isn't your fascination with druids illegal?
In Camelot, maybe, but this far south, nobody cares. I've spent my entire life digging through scrolls and books in pursuit of their knowledge. I've been reading about their rites and the descriptions of their rituals. Look, I'm sure they were onto something. They knew much more than we do, but it feels like there's a veil wrapped tightly around that knowledge. It's like I need to find the right spell, the right ritual, something that will unwrap it for me.
Alright. We're gonna do a quick look at his shop. Buy some of his potion books. Well, we had the money for it anyway. And there, I believe, is a good time to end the episode. That was a lot of information, a lot of lore dump. But next time, I hope that we will be talking to a few more people, gathering up a couple more quests, and then we'll head out into the wilds. Until then, see you next time.